Welcome everyone. Today's video is going to be a little bit different from my usual style. I know that we just completed the first snapshot and people are doing their balance check. Some people are having issues, others aren't. I recommend that you submit logs and you keep on trying. This is a test net. Remember that the more information that you share with IOHK, the better the experience will be moving forward. The second snapshot is the one that really matters. This was just a balance check. The second snapshot hasn't been announced yet, but this video is not about that. This video is about something completely different. Today's video is going to be about staking rewards. I run a pool. It's called Stake Cardano. You can visit stakecardano.io and drop your email address. We haven't started staking, obviously, because staking hasn't started. But when we do, we will be a certified, high-quality, high-performing pool. We haven't determined our stake pool operator fees yet. We're still waiting for some crucial data from IOHK before we determine our business structure. We have a lot of business experience on our team. We have a team of 4, and we are trying to create a business here. So businesses need to forecast, businesses need to create balance sheets, and make sure their expenditures and the revenue that they're generating makes sense. So we are here for the long term, and as a long-term staking pool, we are creating a business behind it and making sure that the numbers make sense. But I digress. I'm going to move to the next part of this video. And this video, if you're familiar with my channel, I've talked about living within the Cardano ecosystem quite a lot. I want to preface this by saying that none of what I say in this video is financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. You should not listen to me. This is for Cardano hodlers and maybe people that are interested in the future in investing and seeing exactly what they can learn from this video and what they can apply to maybe other proof of stake cryptocurrencies. I'm not necessarily just delegating this video completely to Cardano, but people are interested in proof of stake because it can quote unquote create this sort of passive income for you. And if you delegate to our pool, of course, we make the experience as passive as possible. You'll be able to sleep well at night and continue working or doing the activities that interest you, while you know that our servers are running 24/7 and we're making sure that our uptime is the maximum possible uptime that our tier 4 data center can provide. So we are using a bare metal server, just wanted to reiterate that, and we are decentralized staking pool. So please support us. I will continue pushing our stake pool. So anyway, let's get to the video because I always talk about living within the Cardano ecosystem, and what does that mean? Everyone is trying to supplement or augment their income in crypto. And that would be great because that's the long-term vision. That's the exciting part. It's not necessarily about holding the asset, but it's about performing certain actions within the ecosystem and getting rewarded for it. So I took some liberties in making some assumptions to allow people to understand maybe what this could look like in the future. We're going to be making several assumptions here. So obviously this video is going to be completely outdated, but this is the testnet version of this video. I receive a lot of questions from people about how much ADA do I need? How much ADA do I need? What will the staking rewards be? That hasn't been determined yet, but we have figured out a range of what the incentivized testnet will be. And we've heard that it's between 6 and 12%. Once again, it could be a little bit lower and it could be to that higher 12% degree. We have not determined that, but we're going to make some safe assumptions here, and we're going to use the bottom end of that range. And if it's lower than that, I apologize. It is what it is. We don't know the final detail. You can tinker with this formula and fix it exactly how you want to fix it. The first assumption we're going to make is that the average US citizen, I am a US citizen, so this video is tailored to US citizens, but you can figure it out yourself and figure out what it applies to you. All this information you can manipulate and figure out what is good for you. So pardon my writing if it's bad. So the average US citizen, I looked this up online, spends an average of $101 US per day. And depending on where you live, you may see this as a lot or you may see this as nothing. I mean, if you live in New York or San Francisco, you probably spend more than $101 US per day just to live. And if you live in Mississippi or Alabama, you probably spend less than that. And there's various different factors because this includes your rent, mortgage, your vehicle insurance, your utilities like your electricity and your water bill, food, if you have dependents, and everything in between. So I think that's a fair number. Rent is very expensive, or mortgages are very expensive, and people spend a majority of that 101 on the house over their head. If you've paid off your house, your expenditures may be less, or they may be more. It depends on your lifestyle. It really doesn't matter. I'm not judging anyone here. Some people are spending thousands per day, and some people are spending tens of dollars per day, or even less. It's a far scale in between. But in order to spend 101 US dollars per day, that's the average. And once again, for all the other people in other countries that are looking at this video and they see this as a lot, it's all relative. So you can change this number based on what's important to you. So we're also going to make the assumption that the Cardano all-time high, well, this is not an assumption, was $1.18, and this is USD. Okay, so the all-time high for Cardano. So let me put ADA here, just so people are. So the all-time high for Cardano back in 2017, I believe, was $1.18. It may be more, maybe less. I found it on a website. Whatever. That's not important here. $1.18. The current price of Cardano, that we're going to use in this video, is going to be around 4 cents. We're going to do 4.3. So around there. The number repeats itself afterwards. So it's around 4 cents right now. So it's pretty far from its current all-time high. But we're assuming that eventually, someday, ADA will reach its all-time high again and maybe stay there or go above. It could go far above. It's all depends on what the ecosystem, how the ecosystem performs and how well it's adopted. But right now I'm making the assumptions that we're going to go from 4 cents to $1.18 sometime. It may not be this year, it may not be next year, it may not be in 3 years, it may be in 5 years, it may be in 10 years. I don't know. That's not the point of this video. I think that we can reach there. Will we reach there? That's yet to be determined. I'm not a guru. I don't have an 8-ball, and that's up to you. This is not a price speculation video. It's more like a potential video. Let's say you stake with stakecardano.io and you're earning rewards. And in the incentivized testnet, we have a staking period that's going to start very soon. The estimated rewards were between 6 and 12%. 6 and 12% estimated rewards. And this is annualized, meaning that's what's paid off per year. We don't know if that's true. It could be less than 6. It could be all the way up to 12. But we're going to make some safe assumptions today. And we're going to assume that the actual rewards for the testnet are rewards, ROI, is going to be 6%. So 6% on the ADA that you put in. So if you stake it for a year, if the testnet lasts for a year, which it won't, it's only going to last a few months, I believe. If you have 100 ADA, you'd receive 6 ADA after a year. But it's not about the amount of ADA that you're receiving. It's about receiving more ADA, but at the same time, the price appreciating, your principal appreciating. That's where there's a lot of potential. And then 6% also is much better than any CD or investment vehicle that you can get currently. And with with Cardano or ADA falling over 96%, we can safe to say that, we could fall more, but we're close, or we're relatively close to the bottom. So I feel like it's only up from here. Of course, we can probably, I'm saying this and we'll probably drop to 2 cents tomorrow. But what I'm saying is there's not much more room to fall. Maybe there is. That's not the point of this video. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. But here's the formula to figure out whether or not, how much ADA you need at the all-time high, like how much ADA you need now, and if it would return back to the all-time high, that you would be receiving $101, given a 6% ROI, if that makes any sense. So the reward is now, in order to be earning $101, you'd have to have millions and millions and millions and millions of ADA. So most people don't have that. So I'm calculating the amount of ADA that you would actually need in order to get $101 a day. And if you get $101 a day and you spend $101 a day, well, I don't know what job you're getting or what job you're earning, but you have your expenditures paid off every single day. And that's the idea of living within the ecosystem. You're not necessarily touching your principal. You may just be selling your rewards and your principal continues to give you that $101 and you just wait for the price to appreciate. So it might be 105, 110 one day, and it might be 90 the next day. Whatever the case may be, everyone is looking for this kind of guaranteed income that's going to last their entire life or as long as possible. So the formula is we're going to make the assumption that the all-time high price was 118, and we're going to divide that by the current price, which is around 4 cents, and we're going to get roughly, I believe the multiplier was 26.88. So we'd have to 26.88x from this current price in order to reach the all-time high. So whatever you're receiving, the rewards you're receiving now, or the value of your ADA right now, if it went to $1.18, it would be worth almost 27 times the amount that it's worth now. So it's 26.88x. So let's make some new assumptions. So what's the price of how much would you have to be earning today in order to earn $101 US eventually? So basically you'd have to divide 101 by 26.88. So let's do that. So 101 divided by 26.88. Okay. So you'd have to earn around 76 cents per day right now in order to eventually one day make $101 per day or earn $101 US per day, if that makes any sense. So if you're earning $3.76 a day for your staking rewards now, if the price went back to $1.18, you'd be earning $101 US per day. So that's $3.76 to $101. So now let's figure out how much ADA this would be in order to get those particular rewards. So this formula is going to look like this. It's going to be X times 0.06, which is the annualized fee. And then we're going to divide this by 365 in order to figure out how much you would be having. This is the amount of days in a year. Sorry, this is the amount of days in a year. Okay. Then we're going to multiply all of this. We're going to multiply all of this by 0.043, which is the price right now. And that has to equal $303.76. So the ADA amount, which is our X variable, which we don't know yet, multiplied by the annualized rewards rate, divided by the number of days per year, times 0.043, which is the current price, has to equal $3.76. And then we can use that to figure out exactly what's going on. So if we do this, let's solve it out. So what you can do here, you can divide your 0.043, then multiply your 365, and then divide by your 0.06 in order to get the value of X. And this formula will give you a value of X around, and the value of that X would be 520,692. I shortened the decimal places, so it's actually 0.043, repeating some number, and 3.75888 something. But it's around 520,000 ADA, which is not a meager amount whatsoever. This is given a 6% annualized rate, and this is annualized, of course. The testnet will not be happening for a year, but you can figure out what you need, and that 520,000 ADA will give you that $101 US per day over if we reach that all-time high of $1.18. Now, if it's closer to that 12% annualized, obviously the 520,000 number gets cut down by 2, so you're looking at probably around 360,000 ADA. But if you have roughly around 500,000 ADA, if we reach all-time high, you'll actually be earning the average that a U.S. citizen pays per day just by staking. And once again, I'm not factoring in the stake pool delegator fee or the stake pool operator fee, but it's not going to be your entire holdings whatsoever. So once again, this is just some interesting math to look at. interpret it how you want. I know it's sloppy how I wrote it down, but I'm using a pad and I'm not good at writing on a computer. But this is the amount that you would need. Do that as you wish. And once again, this is only assuming that the price of ADA hits $1.18. If it doubles, it goes to $2.36. The price of the amount of ADA would divide by 2. You know, if it quadruples, you know, divide by 4. So you're going to need less and less ADA over time in order to generate the average amount, that 101 US dollars. Let me know what you think about this and what your plans are to create a source of passive income. And remember, delegate to Stake Cardano. We are really here working for you. You're watching this video. I know you don't know me personally, but I'm here to work for you. I'm serious. And I've been involved with this ecosystem for quite some time now, since the beginning. I first started investing in 2017, and I've been here for a while, and I will continue to be here, and I will continue to work, and I will. The pool is, you know, eventually I want it to be one of the main things that I'm working on. But so I want to give as much time into the ecosystem as possible. So delegate to these pools. It's not necessarily my pool, that are running legitimate businesses and are here for the long term, because that's what's going to build a robust ecosystem with these long-lasting pools that are professional and are giving you the services that you desire. So once again, this is the closest that you're going to get to a price prediction video from me. And there's that video.